Because if you see, our elders say that if you see a rat, okusie, in the afternoon, either that rat is a 100 meters champion or that rat knows how to vanish. Because our people will chase the rat and try to kill it. There's a reason why these guys do Galamsey. And if you look at the footages where people go straight, deep, like 1 mile, 2 miles, you know, and some of these, look at the dirty work that they do in getting something. Because they don't have jobs. Now, I'm surprised that no nation in the world has litigated their way to progress. We've all engineered, you know, and innovate our ways. So we have a bunch of lawyers with a lot of laws, even go to our parliament. This constitution that we all have copied that you can read within 2 hours, we've been fighting about that. LI this, constitution says this, that, and we can make a headway. But if you go to any country of law, the law works. So let's ask ourselves, I'm putting this whole blame at the footsteps of the law. How come that we have laws against illegal mining and nobody is paying attention to the law? Then why did we waste all our time in making that law that we know will not obey that law? I have a problem with that. Because I've been saying many years that if you go to any advanced country, you are a mayor, you are a governor, and then you are caught for overspeeding. It is against the law. Once you are caught, if it is $200 fine, you'll be fined $1,000 because you should do better as a leader. So what is happening to us that we can't stop mining in forest reserve areas? And then we have coalition against Galamsey saying that, okay, then the president promised to revoke. And I will explain the difference between revoking and amending. One is an administrative term, the other one is a legal term. And I think revoke is a wrong word that they used.
I see.
Yes, it's a wrong word. So let me explain. Freedom is, you know, if you have freedom, it is empty without wisdom. And a blank page holds no story. So a life without duty holds no honor. And it's because we are not having the duty of protecting our own. If we don't, have you asked about the cost of that bottled water now? Belacqua and the others, 40 Ghana cedis now. Have you noticed that? 40 Ghana cedis.
For which size are you referring to?
For 15 LM and whatever you call it.
Right.
40 Ghana cedis. So imagine very soon how much we're going to buy water. I work with ADRA, Adventist Development and Relief Agency. And do you know that the Densu River, that starts from Eastern Region, all the way to Greater Accra, that most part of Accra uses, that river, is treated 3 times because it's the most polluted. The whites in America thought about, in the dry season, that river dries out. So what are we going to do? They gave us what they called food for work. So we were giving 1 bag of rice for you to plant acacia trees so that in the dry season, our rivers will never dry. Americans were doing that, giving us rice for that, and even the farmers were trying to dupe me. They will plant 2 acres and they will come and say they have planted 5 acres. If I tell you what we are doing to ourselves, you will not believe. The average Ghanaians know how to cheat, know how to loot for themselves. So let's all get the gold that we want and the money that we have. Do you know that water, lack of water, is a national security issue?
That's right.
If you don't have water to drink, you will die within 11 days. You see, you will die. And do you know that if you don't have electricity, it's also national security issue? If we don't all have power, how do we survive? So there are a lot of things that is going on, and then people make allegations. He's saying that they are Chinese citizens, and these Chinese citizens are being protected by the police. So who watches over the police? Let's call the IGP and ask him that, okay, they say your boys are protecting Chinese citizens. So what do you say? That is how the law works.
In fact, the IGP himself describes what is going on as a war.
Yes, I know. And everybody knows that Dampara was a good friend of mine. So I know that war that he fought. And I agree with Kwame that there are a lot of big people. There is no way a Chinese person with those little eyes will come to your village that the chief is not aware, the assembly members are not aware, the elders are not aware, the MCs are not aware, and the MPs are not aware. How? And let's ask ourselves, which of us Ghanaians can go to China and mine anywhere? or go to America or Europe and decide to even pick a machete, cutlass, and dug something there on the ground. You dare not. So how can that foreign nationals come to our country, go to our villages? Now they are even taking over our women. Have you noticed that?
That's what's going on.
But that's not a problem.
I know.
We also marry foreigners.
I am using that as you know, something.
So they have assimilated into the
They have
community.
assimilated into the community because they enjoy coming here. But how come that they are always going to where they will get quick returns on their money? Invest in the natural resources, get gold, get diamond, get manganese, and then they leave. Why are they not investing in agricultural system? Why are they not investing in education? Why are they not investing in a health system? But just the Galamsey, destroy our water bodies, get the resources they need, and then they leave. It's because we are working in tandem with them. So what do? What we have to do as a nation is that, yes, we have to declare a state of emergency. I agree with the coalition. The state of emergency is that if we don't stop it, my father, you know, may he rest in peace. 2 years ago that he passed, he asked me, Kwame, so if you have all the gold chains, you know, that some former party, you know, regional, I don't want to go there.
It's not former. The current regional
yes,
chairman of the
was saying that my gold chain costs $150,000. My watch costs $120,000. And sometimes I don't even know what to say about some of these things. And when I see that these people are suspects and they are being called and the whole parliament will come and sit and support such a person, how low is our standard? If I'm here and I'm not educating people, then I've done injustice to, you know, the education that I received. What is our standard? I keep asking, what is our standard? So is our standard showing off gold and diamond to show people that what, we are rich? Look at the list of richest people in the world, the first 100, and see how many Africans are in there. Only Dangote. We are not rich people. We are a poor continent. And if you look at the plethora of resources in the bellies of our land, and our people are suffering. I see poverty every day and I cry. Somebody wants Gary and shitter to eat a day and they can't get it. But some people want to show off wealth, to show off whether they have it. So what I am going to end with it, and when we come to the second time, I will explain. No, Africa is not poor in terms of human resources or material resources, so but we are poor in leadership and corruption. We are poor in leadership and corruption. And I want... Yes, but Mali talk about mental slavery. That is our problem. See, we need to emancipate ourselves from the mental slavery because for far too long, our priorities are wrong. There's a reason why if you go to any advanced country, 3 things you don't touch. Water bodies. Every water is sea blue. You can't touch it. The second is you can't touch any animal. You see, and the last, you can't touch any tree. The trees will fall down, they will come and take them out. You can't, these things, the flora and the fauna, they protect our existence. Why we want to get money quick, you know, at the expense of everything, whether we get water or not, we don't care. Why we want to do that, I don't know. So let's go back to the roots of our education. I think our orientation is wrong. People go through, chew, pour, pass, get a degree, and then this degree that they have is all to use them for arguments.
You say they don't actually imbibe the
No,
values.
our kind of education is wrong. Let's go to the roots. It's wrong. It's all about getting a degree. It is not that matters. It is when you come to the discussion table, the ideation, what idea do you bring that change our world? Like I said, nobody, no country has litigated their way through the law to success. It is how they engineer their way and innovate their way. Let's talk about innovation. I'm just challenging TV3. Introduce 2 programs that I knew in US, National Public, MPA, National Public something. They have what called Car Talk. And it's the most popular in the advanced country, Car Talk. 2 guys who will come and talk about cars. If you have an accident on the road, how to fix your car. These things. And you have about 100,000 people listening, a radio program. Car Talks. Let's talk about Science Friday. That somebody introduced a program on TV3, Science Friday. Every Friday, we talk about the scientific discovery that we are having. And let's stop. The entertainment is okay. But we are dwelling too much on entertainment when we have a lot to do. You know, last week I talked about this.
That's right.
And somebody was saying, Prof, you will get a BPO for Ghana. Yes, I know.
Let some steam off
and
every
I have passion for this because I have seen poverty before. So when I see poor people and we are not doing much to help them, my body cringes. Let's do more to help our people. And I think that we should begin to orient our kids. Because a child goes to school, JSS, they are looking for a port to pass an exams. Everybody is looking for how to cut corners. From JSS, they are looking for short way to pass an exams. SS, they are looking for short way to pass an exams. They finish, they have looking for short ways to get a job. And then when they get a job, what do? They loot and steal.
In fact, now we're told AI.
You've left one out.
One.
The women are looking for soft living.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
They're looking for soft living.
I'm going to pass on my meal.
They're looking for soft living.
We'll gloss over that one very, very quickly.
Feminists are not going to deal with you on this one.
We'll gloss over that one very
Yes,
swiftly.
yes,
but
yes,
I get the import of what you're saying, Prof, about what our values are, and in fact,
We need values.
who we glorify, the
Yes.
sorts of values that we glorify. You
So-
say that's what's even
So,
causing
Ellen,
all of this.
thank you. We live in a society where people will say that, do you know that man, that is his car? Oh, that man, that is his house. We identify people
materialism.
with material things. This is the house. Elon Musk, that you see the richest person in the world, you know he doesn't have a house? He doesn't. Anywhere he goes, he finds a hotel, he sleeps and goes. Now he was perching at the White House and he has got problem with Trump, and then he's thinking about, okay, what do I do next? But the rich people that are slim,
Amazon.
Carlos Slim,
Amazon.
the guy,
The
no,
Amazon
yeah,
guy.
Jeff Bezos.
Yes, drives an
If you
old
see
car.
the watches they wear, and you know, people don't show. I sat at a place, a park, with a guy, John Menard. He's one of the richest people in the world. If you go to US, all the big lights that he supplies them. He was sitting at the park with me with a shorts and some t-shirt. And then we were talking, and then he said, that was in Eau Claire, in the state of Wisconsin. And then I saw a chopper coming in. That was his private, chopper, helicopter. And then he stopped there and said, Enoch, I'll have to go. And I said, so who are you? He said, I am John Menard. People who are rich don't even show it. But here, people who are semi-rich, they have something, and they show off too much because we have glorified material things. We should begin to glorify wisdom and knowledge and
Thank you,
pick
Prof.
wise people and knowledgeable people to lead us with values. Other than that, we'll be running in circles and we'll never make a progress as a nation.
Certainly, Prof. Some very interesting perspectives.